because of Jesus. I'm not where I've been, and it's all because of him. And this world might hate me, but that's okay. I'm gonna praise him anyways. I'm not who I was, and it's all because of Jesus. Joy I can't explain. I got a peace that makes no sense. Cause I was dead in the grave till he brought me back again. And you might not believe it, stick around, I promise you'll see it. Cause there's greater things to come in this life you live in, bro. I'm not who I was, and it's all because of Jesus. I'm not where I've been, and it's all because of him. And this world might hate me, but that's okay. I'm gonna praise him anyway. I'm not who I was, and it's all because of Jesus, yeah. I'm a new man now, jumped out the crowd, took off my grave clothes, threw them on down. Hands to the plow, can't look back now, thank Jesus, Jesus. I'm a new man now, jumped out the crowd, took off my grave clothes, threw them on down. Hands to the plow, can't look back now, thank Jesus, Jesus. I'm a new man now, jumped out the crowd, took off my grave clothes, threw them on down. Hands to the plow, can't look back now, thank Jesus, Jesus. I'm a new man now, jumped out the crowd, took off my grave clothes, threw them on down. Hands to the plow, can't look back now, thank Jesus, Jesus. Yeah. I wanted to be the one everybody would talk about. I put in so much work, if God couldn't stop me. It was all about me, but really doubted my true potential. If I'm so great, then why am I staring down his barrel? I wanted acceptance, but wasn't accepting anybody. I wanted my dreams, but can't even take care of my body. I wanted things since my heart was in chains, but there was only one cure for the pain. Jesus, I'm not who I was, and it's all because of Jesus. I'm not where I've been, and it's all because of him. And this world might hate me, but that's okay. I'm gonna praise him anyways. I'm not who I was, and it's all because of Jesus, yeah. And that's what he's telling me right now. You might gain some haters, but that's okay, because they hated me first. I'm not who I was, and it's all because of Jesus. just keep trying. All I need is 5 minutes, 5 minutes. Change your mind, I don't do this for the checks. I make music for my head. Vibe with it, vibe with it. It's my time, I'ma say God did it, God did it. That's why I shine, ain't gonna ride with it, I get it. So I won't get signed, but I don't do this for blue checks. I'm just trying to feed my kids, yeah. What would it look like if I just stay quiet? Who would I be if my kids only heard Tyler? Hated his life because he saw it in the Bible, but all they ever saw was that obsessed with going viral. Can't have it, my boys need a daddy, and all these streams are just a means to make it happen. Used to have big dreams singing in arenas, but now I'd rather make $1 million in the bleachers. Whoa, I ain't always been like that, I was once prideful. Thought that I was better than everybody, but no. Had to lose everything before I'd ever understand that all of these followers, streams, they don't mean nothing, man. 50 million views and my wife still left. Cleared 100,000 and I'm still in debt. Trying to give it all to God, all I get is death threats, but I'm still gonna rap. Jesus, vibe with it, vibe with it. Take my time, always knew I'd get it, I'd get it. If I just keep trying, all I need is 5 minutes, 5 minutes. Change your mind, I don't do this for the checks. I make music for my head. Vibe with it, vibe with it. It's my time, I'ma say God did it, God did it. That's why I shine, ain't gonna ride with it, I get it. So I won't get signed, but I don't do this for blue checks. I'm just trying to feed my kids, yeah. Always been the type to put the work in, nobody was ever watching unless they were trying to mock it. Now everybody be stopping, they know I'm about to pop. I don't care who say R, and the artist is doing more. I made the beats, sing the chorus, he raps like 4 chorus. I love but I don't force you, hate cause you ain't sure of yourself, but it's more important to put me under the floor, cause as long as I make it more, you'll never be able to soar. My back sore for carrying all these haters. You don't like me, cool, see you later. Makes you think I'm following me, gon' hurt me, hate translates in the paper. I don't love money, that's food on my label. Told you already, God did it, this favor. Don't listen to me, watch my life and see. First things first, Jesus loves you. No matter what you've been through, he's not through. Just give him everything and you'll be better off. But if you still got a broken heart, take second for once and undo. For me, I'm mine, cause it's not about you. Life's tough, but the pain's what saves the lost. The third thing comes later on. Yeah, they say that time heals everything, don't believe it. Just recollect your mind, embrace the suffering, cause waiting on the world puts the weight of the world on your shoulders, then you fold in front of both your girl. Yeah, I know what it feels like, losing a mind so early you can't even imagine living the rest of this life. Making a smile, trying to be kind, they gotta be right, so you gotta fight. The hope of your time for silence and nuns, they think they're perfect, they're the worst ones. You'll find freedom and love in yourself, so don't sell that smile to no one else. You don't need a guy to fill the hole inside, all you need is a purpose and a reason to wake up in the morning. Life is boring when you live it for pay. Do what you love, not what they wanted, cause they just wanna say that they're the reason. Please ignore them, cause you know that they're fake. So lift your face, embrace the faith, remember first things first, Jesus loves you. No matter what you've been through, he's not through. Just give him everything and you'll be better off. But if you still got a broken heart, take a second for once and undo. You, me, I'm mine, cause it's not about you. Life's tough, but the pain's what saves the lost. The third thing comes later on. I lost my life, lost my wife, lost it all. The journey was exhausting cause it never was my call. A lot of people laugh because I praise him through my problems, expecting me to give it up, but I'm only giving up to let God. Cause I know where I've been, and you say where I am, but he knows where I'm going. Yeah, I've got a lot of lessons that I wanna share, but they don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. That's lesson number one, the second ain't for you to bear. Give your dreams all you got regardless of whoever's there. Focus on your mental health, your mind is something you can't spare. When you hear them casting doubt, shut their mouth by loving them. If you feel the pressure building up from your accomplishments, remember when you die, they're dying too, so trust in this. First things first, Jesus loves you. No matter what you've been through, he's not through. Just give him everything and you'll be better off. But if you still got a broken heart, take a second for once and undo. You, me, I'm mine, cause it's not about you. Life's tough, but the pain's what saves the lost. Third things, you gotta lose it all. I've been trying to love myself, I've been trying to be my friend, working on my mental health, but the mirror says you can't pry but you can't hide who you really have been. Everybody knows that you quit the struggle. I've been trying to love myself, I've been trying to be my friend, working on my mental health, but the mirror says you can't pry but you can't hide who you really have been. Everybody knows that you quit the struggle. I don't even look into the mirror anymore. Every time I do, I wonder how did I become so fake, so drained. I told myself I wouldn't lose my way, but this life erased all the joy I once had. Now all I have left is you, Dad, and a little bit of family. The only reason I haven't put a bullet between my teeth. Nobody understands my pain. All I ever hear is go to the gym and lift weights, but that ain't gonna bring my mom from the grave. Yeah, the truth is you could never carry my weight. That's just how it goes. Everybody knows. No, they don't. It's a lie. You should probably mind your own business. I ain't in this to try to get attention. I'm just trying to relate to the ones that feel like no one listens. I've been trying to love myself, I've been trying to be my friend, working on my mental health, but the mirror says you can't pry but you can't hide who you really have been. Everybody knows that you quit the struggle. I've been trying to love myself, I've been trying to be my friend, working on my mental health, but the mirror says you can't pry but you can't hide who you really have been. Everybody knows that you I become this person. All I was trying to do is find worth in my life. Yeah, the army gave me purpose, but also made me hurt every person on the surface. Toxicity, how can I be some NCO's puppet that fathered my whole family and have dignity? I'm the remedy for every freaking problem in my house and in my company. I need peace, now I'm looking for a piece. Put the barrel to my brain, start counting down for 3. Too many voices in my head, no sleep. One little eye peeps so the cut the door creaks. It's my son, I put down the gun. I tell him that I'm sorry and daddy's just being dumb, but tears in his eyes, fingers wrap around my thumbs. He doesn't say a word, I heard more than enough. I guess I'll never understand why everyone I love the most dies. When I close my eyes, I can see heaven. It's not that I don't wanna be alive, just every time I look in his eyes, all I see is pain. It makes me feel depressed inside. I wanna be different, but it's a fine line between addiction and fixing. You'll never find life if you don't give it to Jesus, is what I heard 1,000 times last week. It defeated me when the same accusations keep repeating and eating. Like every step I try to take is an immediate reason for them to hold my past against me. I just wanna be free from the person I tried to kill at 23. Wish I succeeded, cause I guess I'll never understand why everyone I love the most dies. When I close my eyes, I can see heaven. It's not that I don't wanna be alive, just every time I look in her eyes, all I see is pain. It makes me feel depressed. Yeah, I'd rather live with depression than disappoint the one I love the most. So I just accept it and sit back and relax, and we slack and relapse and retract, and we act like it's patched but it's flat. We keep on riding on the rims, hoping something will change, but no matter how many sparks fly, we're losing the flame. And every argument's the same dang every day. Too stubborn to walk away, but stupid enough to stay. Know exactly what to say to send me over the edge, and no matter how hard I try, I can't take back what I said. And by the time I realize I don't want it to end, you already made up your mind, you got your papers and pen, man. Baby, please don't leave, put it all on me, 'cause I would rather lose my life than lose your love. This is all I plead.
It's showtime. Beta codes are at the bottom of the screen, yo. Beta codes are at the bottom of the screen. No game sound? Great. I don't even know. Everything's right. That don't make any sense. Wow. That don't make no sense. Yeah. That's right. Unless they block the sound from people.
This is crazy. We're living in the future. I've been so hyped for this for so long.
Wow, that's crazy. I turned my mixer on. It don't even work now. Hold on. This is bullcrap. There we go.
Imprint. Cortex. We'll peel back the curtain on zombies with our first live look at the new round-based zombies map, Ashes of the Damned. We'll drop in to a first look at a new Warzone Resurgence map.
We got everything going.
We've got big updates for Call of Duty Mobile. And plenty of more surprises in store. We're moments away from kicking off into live gameplay, but first, some exciting info for our viewers at home. Be sure to stay tuned in throughout the day for a chance to unlock in-game rewards for Black Ops 7, just by watching this stream on the official Call of Duty Twitch and YouTube channels. Take a look at the chat on either of these streams for more details. Everything you're seeing in multiplayer gameplay today will be playable in the open beta, with early access starting on October 2nd. Plus, don't forget to jump into the beta on day 2 of early access to experience a small taste of zombies. Pre-order Black Ops 7 or subscribe to select Game Pass plans and get early access to the beta. Don't forget to preload starting tomorrow. I'm Miles Ross, here now with Stephanie Snowden, Senior Director of Studio Communications, and we are thrilled to be joined by some of the team from Treyarch. Max Grantz, Yael Miller, guys, welcome to the Omni Room.
Happy to be here.
Happy to be here.
We are about to see Black Ops 7 gameplay here today. But before we begin, Matt, you got to walk us through what was your approach to designing multiplayer for Black Ops 7?
Well, that would take many hours to really talk through.
Long answer, but
I'll keep it brief. So it really started with that 2035 setting, right? The amazing 2035 setting really allowed the team to get their creative juices flowing. Of course, 10 years after the events of Black Ops 2,
right,
which means we can really tap into that gold mine that is Black Ops 2, the content. You're going to see a lot of your classic favorites, of course, a ton of brand new content in the beta at COD Next and at launch, but really being able to just dig into that future setting, a lot of fun.
Now, Yael, we introduced Omni Movement in Black Ops 6, and that was a massive innovation. But you guys at Treyarch have really continued to refine core movement. What can players expect to feel today and in the beta?
I think, as Matt said, we really started by looking at what would that 2035 operator do, and started looking at different ways we could improve movement. So things like wall jump have been added, and just different ways to attack maps, and then also just looking at everything and really refining and building out the most fluid movement we've ever done, and we really feel that leans into everything that makes Black Ops 7 great.
I cannot wait. And guys, it's now time to jump straight into gameplay. We're wasting no time whatsoever. Thank you so much again, fellas, for your time. We'll be back in a moment, but for now, the first look, live gaplay of Black Ops 7.
All right, let's see this.
Next. Take it
See
away,
what
Cast.
this is.
Stephanie, dev team, wow, we could not be more thrilled to get things going. I hold shift here with Dream Crazy. Here's a look at what to expect. Again, as the dev's talking about, we're getting straight into multiplayer. Zombies, Warzone, mobile still to come. But Dream Crazy, we're not waiting, we're not delaying, we're jumping into map number 1.
Definitely. I mean, I cannot wait, Shift, as we have so much content here today. Map number 1 coming in on Blackheart, where the guild is extracting resources, and we
Holy
see a
crap.
lot of revolving walls.
Yeah.
That is the one thing with Black Ops 7 that I'm most excited for, is that duality of, of just kind of like interior fights versus exterior fights, with the wall jumping with the walls.
You want to talk about walls, Ellen? Take a look at the walls of the venue. Everything lit up, projections are hot, and we're
All right, we got Scump.
to start things off with the king. If you don't know, I was going to say you're about to know, but Scump, not the greatest of opening starts. Now, let's talk about weapons and all the UI elements just to kind of start. Blackheart, a map that you're going to be seeing
Stem's back.
frenetic action, but the thing that we want to keep an eye out for is what weapons, what field upgrades, what are the things that these pro players, former pro players, major content creators are going to be using today.
Yep, and then
I think I'm gonna rotate my
This is the Dravik 45. Black Ops 7
camera.
is bringing in 16 new multiplayer weapons, 30 in total, right? But in the beta, this is a weapon that's fast. Obviously, as you can see, Scump, he is slaying out of his mind, but this is an exciting one to see as the duality of the perks.
Okay.
We're going to see a lot
There we
of
go.
probably tech mask, right? Just kind of just utilizing the stopping stuns.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, I think, to see, for those that are avid fans of the Call of Duty franchise, you hear the devs talking about how this is a spiritual successor to Black Ops 2, but it's in a reinvented, new, nostalgic way that
I will
ties
be
into the
honest
old
with
while
you.
still building on the new. I think, for those that really
The kill
enjoyed Omni Movement from Black Ops 6, you're going to be able to
pretty
still
fast.
feel that thrill, that surge of adrenaline kind of bouncing through the map. But the big thing is this jumping mechanic. And as we start to go from player to player, creator to creator, you're going to see some players have really honed in to what exactly they can do off that wall jumping. And of course, here at Call of Duty Next, our official CPU and GPU partner of Black Ops 7 is AMD. So make sure you check them out if you're looking to improve and optimize your PC at home.
I I love that you point that out because yes, that's the base thing, right? We increased the base speed and now we're looking at not having tack sprint. So we saw some of these players, right? They're not using dexterity, so you kind of see a little bit more clunkiness coming in the UI here, but dexterity being a very big factor when it comes to moving faster.
Yeah, loadouts, perk build-outs, it does feel like this year throws a little bit more weight onto what you're going to do. I know that there's been a lot of conversation surrounding some of the elements in movement, talking about obviously the Omni movement still carrying over from one title to another, the wall jumping, but also keep in mind just the base level at which you sprint at. We'll talk more about that throughout the day, and we'll get a couple of in-hand looks to kind of see what that looks like, the tack sprint versus not really having that in this game. But I will tell you, when we had a chance to play just a couple of maps yesterday, the game feels really smooth and really consistent, still building on the core elements that we were seeing from last year.
The M8A1, a gun that we have seen consistent. I was getting murked with this one as it is at Symphony's using it quite well, a 2-burst weapon, but this being very, very powerful. We'll see a lot of players probably using this, and as you can see, Corsair, right? Prepare for battle, official gaming hardware and peripheral partner of Call of Duty. So Corsair, so much Call of Duty next feature.
It's absolutely the case. And I will say the Peacekeeper, another weapon that a lot of people were curious to see in terms of that kind of more main
The
style
run-in
AR.
reminds
Is
me
it
of
gonna
Black Ops 2.
provide, you know, an AR title this year? And I will say, watching some of the players that are in the CDL and those long-standing content creators, whether they have competitive experience or just a lot of in-game experience, watching them use that Peacekeeper has been really, really enlightening. I think it's really got a level of balance built in with the draft that you're talking about. The SMG versus AR feels very neutral right now. So, well, if you're looking for an honest take, don't go much further than Legion stream. He'll give you every emotion, reaction, and feeling he's got.
Oh gosh, yeah, I mean, reaction time, right? You have to be fast when it comes to some of these, I love the perks, right? The hybrid perks, some of the specialties that you can equip.
Aiden's just playing around.
Using that, but look at Aiden utilizing around the drill for Blackheart. That's what we were talking about, the grinder pit. You have to jump over or diving bell to take flanks, right? So that's an area that you have to be careful with.
Exactly the case. EWC champion in Warzone. But as you see it, again, you saw him bouncing from wall to wall to wall. You're going to need to get yourself...
Oh, but Aiden's such a cheater there, right?
Be facing in the beta. So go ahead and head over to Scuff, gear up for Call of Duty. The
Look at
official
that.
controller for Call of Duty. Get those back buttons going. Make sure you can bounce freely. Get those stead slides out of the way and make sure that...
Well, let's talk about the latency being 8. They're definitely on fiber.
Oh, the best.
Ooh-wee.
You don't want to die like the rest. Aiden utilizing that wall jump feature. Oh gosh, bounce. And even utilize that to even kind of like jump pink over situations. But look at how quick Aiden is moving. And in typical COD fashion, we love to see maps like this kind of catering to pub and comp players, right?
Yeah.
You're going to see a blend of everything.
And we're going to talk a lot about the map design and hear specifically from the designers themselves later in the show. But I think one of the things that old school Call of Duty players are going to recognize nearly immediately is the reinstitution of a lot more of that traditional kind of
So smart play
style map. This one in particular is exactly that. It feels, you know, in a way that you can get from lane to lane very quickly. It's got a nice central area, a couple of decent POIs where you find a lot of the engagements that you're going to get. And like you mentioned, it's not small, it's not large, it's just that perfect little middle ground of building in that balance of finding good engagements while at the same time still being able to feel like you can finesse your life and extend possible score streaks like we're seeing here for Anna.
In Call of Duty history, the maps is the most important thing, and I think for these players, they're looking at that. Like, do we see 3 lanes? Like, you know, do we see kind of like height advantages, disadvantages, and, well, even just to kind of the central drill area, there's a lot of fights that do take place that are close range in here. And, yeah, something like the Peacekeeper, having that weapon that you can take medium to long range fights, but also close range. Peacekeeper's a good one, and the Dravic has been a sub that we've been seeing quite often. FIFA just dropped.
This is quite the lobby right here. Legion, Swag on the other side, getting FIFA down, but you know that FIFA is going to bring
He's
some
over the top.
energy, and yeah, he's trying to bounce from wall to wall. And that's the other thing, and you'll notice as we start to see the gameplay more, I really want you guys at home to lock into it. 3 jumps is about as much as you're going to be able to pull off, but it does decay over time. That first jump feels like you're on a pogo stick. The second one feels like you're just on a little bit of a grab boot type situation, but the third one does kind of sit, you know, in this world of, okay, you kind of fall out of the sky. But that's map number 1.
I just seen Noah
for the
J.
most part. Stephanie going to kind of finish off on her lobby here. And I will say, I think as you've seen so far, our show is really dynamic. And this year, it takes place in quite the exciting venue. And to tell us more, we've got Lottie down on the floor.
That's right, Shift. We have 250 creators joining us live in Las Vegas in this massive projection-based room. Now, of course, they're going to be streaming their individual POVs on Black Ops 7, so you can go to their streams, catch their POVs, see what they're up to on the game. But now we had so many epic creators that we wanted to bring to Las Vegas, we needed a second projection-based room. And I have my very good friend Chris Puckett over there right now. What's it like on your end of the pond?
Lottie, this is an international fiesta in this room. Let me tell you, the LATAM crew, they are sniping heads. I got Portuguese being yelled at here by 9X. The Brazilians are going crazy. But I gotta say, this venue, this thing is nuts. After the show, we're gonna be renting this out for the...
Let's talk about how they have United States on one side and all across the world creators. It's crazy that there's so many across the world creators that we just don't really know about. It's crazy. And I think it's pretty cool because I haven't seen a beta code relapse yet, but there is a lot of beta codes for people that have not done pre-orders or anything like that. But if you just get Game Pass, dude. I'll be turning it back up. Yeah, I'll be turning it back up on TikTok. That map looks pretty cool. I mean, yeah. I don't see nothing wrong with it.
All right. I'm liking what I'm hearing here, Puckett. We'll have to see. Cross your fingers for the space team. But we're going to head back into some more Black Ops 7 action. Enjoy, folks.
Lonnie, Chris, thank you so much as we jump back into Blackheart and back on board with T-Dog. He's feeling himself. I talked to him a little bit yesterday after they did their tech chest, and he's just like, brother, I don't know what it is about this game, but I
Time to kill is pretty good.
Yeah, like it's so smooth, right? And I mean, you can see him displaying that. But one thing that I think we really need to highlight is the overclock feature, right? We get this extra overclock feature, which basically allows you to upgrade your equipment. So, like, you have a stim shot, right? You can overclock that and essentially make it last longer, or
what?
You know, anything that comes your way. So
You can overclock the stim.
We'll point your attention to it as we go because yeah, the field upgrade.
Okay, he's behind you. He's behind you. He's still behind him.
Systems are still in place, which I know a lot of players that are looking to play more of that competitive style are going to really enjoy the fact that the overclock gives you more deletion of incoming utility. That's great news. But we'll see some camo play, I'm sure, come through. You also have things like drone towers that are going to be placed. It's just
Bro, for
extra,
the movement to be supposedly no tactical sprint, it's still good.
And how about this? One of the score streaks, the Gravekeeper in play, or Gravemaker, pardon you.
Dude, that's like walls.
With this thing
really?
And actually still shoot through them. So cold-blooded might be important for some of of our masteries this
Holy
year.
crap.
Oh yeah,
Who needs cheats when you got that?
That you can utilize, but that is so amazing to see that in action.
I had to throw that out there.
Really here at Call of Duty Next. Big Cartier kind of just going around this drill yet again. This is devastating. You don't want to fall off that ledge. But Alan, I'd love that you point that out. Only 3 boosts essentially-ish that you can
Look at the stim charge.
Going on with that stim and slaying out here around the diving bell side.
Cool.
Ooh, can we keep it going?
There you go.
Let me see another one of those Gravemakers come on board. Let's stick here, Ops team, because we're seeing some gameplay. Right
I'm liking the UA map.
We're gonna see some
I'm liking the map.
with the movement and
It's see-through.
right there. Again, just a little jump, and then you find yourself near a wall. You can essentially boost yourself a little bit higher. Really awesome to see that level of elevation be added into the mix.
Let me pet that dog.
You don't want to pet that dog. Oh my gosh. So with that too, kind of like some of the hybrid perks, right? Support offensive, you can gain bonus streaks. So maybe in pubs they want to do that.
Indeed the case. So that completes our first instance of Blackheart. Up next, a deep dive on all things new Black Ops 7 map.
All right.
Regarding. But we'll be right back.
Deep dive into the maps. Okay. Sounds good. Scump. The overclock system actually seems pretty cool to be able to change your equipment.
CPU
Yeah.
and GPU partner of Black Ops 7. Share the wins. Elgato, the official streaming partner of Call of Duty. Herman Miller. Check out the latest Embody gaming colorways at hermanmiller.com/gaming. Xfinity Custom.
I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. We'll have to sit here. I don't know. It ain't pulled me in yet. Some of the things are pretty cool. I think it's just so many years of grinding multiplayer. I just want it to be I don't know.
Open the Little Caesars app, accept and complete the challenge. You might win a copy of the new Call of Duty Black Ops 7. You'll also be entered for a chance to win the grand prize.
I see Little Caesars is doing a thing with them again.
Squad up with George Kittle in a 1-hour epic Call of Duty battle. Complete the Little Caesars Call of Duty challenge today. Welcome back. We are very excited to talk more Black Ops 7 multiplayer. We are joined by more of the Treyarch team. Miles Leslie, Associate Creative Director, and Brittany Perello, Senior Producer. Guys.
All right, let's get back into it, yo.
We made it. Let's go.
Now, we just had our very first look at one of our multiplayer maps in action. That was Blackheart. But Brittany, that's just a taste. So what can we expect on launch maps?
Yeah, we've got maps.
The heck did they
We've
got two keyboards
16
for?
maps at launch. 16 are 6v6 maps. Out of that, 13 are brand new, and we've got 3 Black Ops 2 returning favorites.
Like
We've
shit.
also got 2 skirmish maps for our 20v20 mode that
Express
take
is
place
back,
in
Raid's
Avalon.
back,
Doing
Hijack's
a
back.
variety of sizes, leaning more medium, but we'll have some of those fast, frenetic drops in there too.
Awesome. What a map portfolio for launch. Now let's take a closer look at these launch maps.
Yeah, we got Colossus here. So this is a BO2 callback. It's
Yeah.
falling into the ocean. This map is super fun, looks amazing. Next is Den, Japanese castle that's been taken over by 2035 technology. Also a lot of fun with some wall jumps on the roofs there on the side.
And of course, we've got Express, one of our favorites.
Yeah.
Watch out for that train. We're now in Japan, so it's looking really cool. Hijacked, another one now set in the Tokyo Bay.
So cool.
Fast, frenetic, classic.
And
Homestead.
is David Mason's childhood home, which is awesome. We could bring it back really cool way. Really fun map under the Aurora Borealis in Alaska. It looks amazing. It's got some technology there that's kind of smashing into it, really fun. Paranoia, this map's amazing. You talk about Black Ops, we're leaning into the mind bending. We're in David Mason's mind, and you need to escape the nightmare here, which is a lot of fun. Looks great, plays super frenetic and fun.
And we got Raid.
Ooh,
Again,
Raid looks beautiful.
Yes, we do.
In the Tokyo Hills, our iconic competitive favorite map is back.
So excited.
This one's a lot of fun retrieval. You're in the Alaskan wilderness, and actually, if you run through the snow, you leave behind footprints. So it's pretty cool. We're trying to track some players through that.
That's right. And Scar's next, and this is another Alaskan town. But
Wait a
we
minute.
kind of smashed here where this town's been taken over by technology. Collateral damage.
Flagship.
Flagship is an awesome. Another callback. USS Obama from BO2 now being decommissioned. Fight through it. Sparks are falling on you. Robots around you. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, a lot of variety too, but with beta this week, you know, we
Okay.
need to take a
Okay.
look at what we're playing. We need the tips from you guys. So let's take a look at the maps coming to beta.
Yeah, we've got 6
So-
multiplayer maps available in the
Dang.
beta, all that you're going to be seeing today, watching the best of the best play.
Yeah, it's really exciting. The first up is Cortex. So, human testing site. People in tubes are going to fight around, use it as cover. Very frenetic, very fun. Lots of cool Overwatches, my side versus your side gameplay there. Blackheart, which you've seen, of course, this Avalon offshore oil rig. Ties to the campaign. It's got a rotating center and some really unique wall jump opportunities.
Careful
We've
with the wall
got the
jump.
Forge here. We've R&D facility, cutting edge technology on display, and you've got some cool dynamic cover in the middle here. Exposure set in Australia. We've got some really vibrant colors, some cool wall jump opportunities up in that rotating container. You get some cool power positions right in the middle there.
Imprint is a 3D printing facility that's actually making technology of war. You get to step through the whole process as you're doing it, and it's got a moving platform in the center of the map.
And you've got Toshin. It's gorgeous, vibrant colors here right in urban Tokyo. And you got that crash site in the center, some really cool jumping in the center, and really awesome landmarks.
Pretty
Okay.
awesome landmarks. Everything looks fantastic. The color palettes, everything.
Got all the landmarks.
From what I'm saying, the maps-
Played a few,
the maps
they are
looks good.
Very fun indeed. Beautiful stuff.
Treyarch always
Let's talk
does
about
good
how
on
you-
that,
How did
but
you guys come to the approach for designing these maps?
Yeah, so we've got our classic 3-lane design style for Treyarch, clear definition, good path clarity, and really controlling those lines of sight. You can also see all of those spaces crafted for wall jump. You can get to traverse places faster without mantling, getting some really cool power positions, and there's a few must jumps that we use sparingly, but you
A
can-
must jump, you say?
a must jump. But we really wanted to make it look like anything that feels like you can jump on it, you
Yeah.
can. So have some fun.
Totally intuitive.
Yeah, and I've worked on every single Black Ops, and when you talk about the classic feel, like Brittany talked about, these maps have it across the board. Of course, they're bringing something new with Black Ops 7, but for me, an old-timer, there's a lot to love there.
Come
And
on.
they
You're an
stand
OG.
right next to the classic maps as well. So Raid, forget Raid. You got some new maps now. No, I'm just kidding. We love Raid, we love Raid. But we got some new ones now.
I also know, you said it before, but the landmarks, like, I know Brittany is a shot caller, so I know those call-outs are going to be on point in these
Always.
maps. But Miles, visually, we have a ton of variety in terms of settings, in terms of looks. You know, how did you guys think about that?
Yeah, for us at the portfolio level, we wanted to make sure we had that variety. That's what Black Ops is. You're globe-trotting, you're going everywhere. We're in Avalon, we're in Alaska, we're going to Japan, deep into it. We're going into the mind. Only the things Black Ops could do, we're delivering that. Lots of unique gameplay, as you saw, lots of unique visuals, and all the landmarks.
And we got more gameplay to get to. Casters, over to you.
Thank you, Stephanie. Appreciate it. Shift back with Dream Crazy again. And as you see behind us, everyone's locked in. We couldn't even bother to try to talk to anybody. They're all locked into their streams, ready to go. And we're going to take a look at our second map here coming up, The Forge. As you heard, research and design base, but the real interesting thing about it is that dynamic center. The walls rotating around and pivoting, making that a very interesting battleground as we raise up into The Forge.
The Forge, and also too, two wings connected by covered hallways. It's just a lot of variety built on the harbor in Japan, and you'd love to see a bright and colorful map hold shift. But those walls, again, for every single map, it's not too much, right? But just a little like center point where it just can change the, you know, the situation.
Yeah, absolutely the case. Well, we'll take a look at it. This is another one of those maps, and Brittany had talked about this. Taking the ability of wall jumping to stop yourself from mantling and getting to those higher grounds faster. I will say, this is one of the maps that I got a chance to play yesterday, and I did feel the benefit of bouncing off of things to avoid that mantling mechanic and that animation to try to get you into the fight a little bit faster. That mixed with dexterity, your ability to try to zero in and center up a little bit faster too, really does make that elevation and that high ground battle a little bit more, I would say, feasible for those that find themselves on the low ground battling against it.
I love that you say that, because it really just tests the player to, like, you know, kind of, you know, do you want to cover, you know, cover versus mobility type of mindset, right?
Yeah.
Moving around this map, though, you know, you can see here pros just utilizing, again, that M8A1. And for AR players, for these height advantages, for those power positions, it's really useful to climb up in those high ground, you know, and hit the high ground and lock it down on the map.
I think the other thing that's really interesting, and I did see kind of looking over the shoulder TP yesterday when he was doing his test, you see a couple of spots where you have like this natural built-in heady, as we call it, where you get like that competitive edge where you're just barely over a piece of that center kind of obstacle terrain. But your ability to bounce kind of eliminates the power position of the low ground, kind of medium ground headies, because you can just bounce up over, get a better look at the player behind that cover, and actually take an advantageous gunfight. So it's, again, just really interesting to see some of our more experienced players try to utilize that mechanic to make fights that feel, you know, inadvantageous a little bit more neutral.
Love that. Love that. Samir too, utilizing the Scout Pulse. Scout Pulse got a little information there, but hey, shout out to Elgato, Share the Wins, the official creator gear for Call of Duty Next. Thank you so much for supplying us with all of your gear.
And this is one map I will say you kind of see a couple of players will, you know, re-identify the usage of doors, which is something that the devs have really kind of put a lot of focus into, the more automatic style. Something we saw a lot of more in like Black Ops 4, things of that nature, where you don't just get those single doors that you have to pop and burst open. Now you've got these more automatic style doors that you can shoot, create a longer line of sight than you may normally expect by looking at the different central point of interests. And that's another one of those things that, again, you continue to build on what's been there and where the game continues to mold and morph as we move forward.
Yeah, they updated the kill time.
The doors.
Time to kill is
quite,
a lot faster.
You know, annoying bashing through it. So yes, it automatically kind of opening up for you as you walk upon them. But here on the Forge, here going up top, you see Samir kind of controlling this lobby observation area, but being very comfortable, full streak out, and also just kind of flying around the map with these specialists. We'd love to see him. He's utilizing the Enforcer specialist, just allowing extra health regen and also movement speed.
Another thing that, you know, kind of I want to just turn your attention to as an audience member, those that are, you know, more familiar and kind of got Omni movement underneath their belt a little bit faster, you'll notice that there is a bit of that buttery slide movement that I was about to say, like, we're used to seeing it from just a static jump into slide. You can get that same momentum little boost off of a wall jump. So, you know, that's another opportunity to kind of build on the movement that's already existed. And if you're looking to dominate every game, make sure you check out Origin, the official gaming PC and gaming laptop for Call of Duty. Whether you're at home or on the road, check out Origin to keep yourself in there, gaming, grinding, gunning.
You know, he's not even using his streaks. He just wants to, at this point, maybe get a nuke.
Well,
Samir, you know, he's a competitor, plays in World Series of Warzone, and look at him now, just continuing on, going. And you can see, too, every kill he gets on the right-hand side, quick regen, tech, sprint speed, movement speed, getting those indicators, letting him know he still has his perks.
Yeah, it's just another one of those things, too, that the indication of, like, the UI, it continues to grow. I noticed this yesterday. You know, you start to see, like, the who is targeting you, who did damage to you. A little bit of a boost now because you also see what you've been affected by, whether it's a UAV or a recon pulse. It's just really cool. There's no shortage of information on the game. So whether you're somebody who is experienced at Call of Duty or looking to jump back into it or play it for the first time, you're never really amiss from knowing what's happening on the map. Almost a turn on for Samir, which would have gotten SMG players across the world giddy, but not quite there. And he'll jump back over to the M8, try to get that burst weapon online.
That's where maybe how do you take him down? Someone who has Enforcer, maybe that, and I love that you mentioned that Call of Duty is so good for like countering, you know, streaks, perks, countering equipment, and we love to see that. So maybe utilizing for if you're the enemy team, right? Like maybe recon, right? You can see when you spawn up, you can see you know, the direction of where players are coming from.
Yep.
Utilizing other perks classes to counter a player like this that you just literally flying around the map.
Well, we got a little bit of a comeback effort here from Amir's team. Up and over, another look at how you can utilize the movement to break cameras and give yourself an advantage in a gunfight you might not expect. And Amir's happy to exclaim about that feeling. Difficult battle again in that modular middle center. As we take a look at Drop, another partner of Call of Duty Next. Customize your typing, the official keycaps for Call of Duty. If you're looking to customize your keyboard, look no further than Drop.
All right. Affected by tracker, ADS auto ping. So you can kind of see, again, a little bit more of that recon being able to stop Samir here. But, of course, domination, a typical mode that we've seen in Call of Duty for so long. Getting displayed here on the Forge, as this is a really fun map. Just again, kind of utilizing rotating cover, wing-to-wing transitions is what we see Samir doing. A lot of that cover versus mobility.
Yeah.
He's really utilizing mobility.
100%. Yeah, this is an interesting map, I think, again, just to kind of highlight and showcase. Whoa!
Whoa,
What's happening over here? Whoa, we can't, no.
Hey.
Whoa!
This is not tactical play here.
No, okay, there it is. We'll finish off on the body shield, still a part of Call of Duty. I know that was one of those things that we saw a lot of comedy in as it was incepted the last couple of years, and Amir is happy to say, shut your mouth. I'm at the top of the leaderboard. The game's looking incredible. Players are loving it, but let's take a look to see exactly how much the players are liking as we throw things down to Lottie from a From the Seat player check-in brought to you by Herman Miller.
Thank you so much, Shift. Hello, Zin. I know I'm totally interfering with your gameplay here on Black Ops 7. I have to ask you, though, early days, all right, coming into COD Next, I have to ask, what is your favorite map so far?
Favorite map? Probably Toshin. I like the Japanese vibe. I haven't been to Japan yet, so it's the closest thing I got. And so far, it's very, very vibrant. All the maps are very vibrant, which I think is very good. They're a ton of fun. But Toshin, I think, is my favorite right now.
All right, love to hear that. Now, we have a room filled with epic creators, of course, one being yourself. But if you had to 1v1 everyone in this room, are you coming out on top?
Who would I play, or
would you come out on top if you 1v1 everyone in this room?
Yeah, it's a guarantee. Hex might be difficult, Duke Dennis might be difficult, but everyone else I think I can handle.
All right, and who would your hardest competition be in this room?
Hardest competition in this room? Probably Hitch. Right.
Really? He's got the gunny like that?
Probably Hitch.
That's not a friendship thing.
Sorry?
That's not a friendship thing, huh?
No, not at all.
Okay, not at all. And how?
Really good.
He's just really good. I'd love to hear that. How are you finding Black Ops 7 so far? Are you loving it?
Yeah, I am loving it. I'm not sure what we're allowed to say, but they showed us a lot of cool stuff that I think everyone should be really excited for. Like for me, maps is the most important, and so far I'm loving what I'm seeing. The M8's a ton of fun to use, right? Very nostalgic, and I feel like it's actually very well balanced. SMGs are fun. I love the wall bounce too. It adds for some you know, playing against Shotzi might be a little difficult, but it's fun.
Zin, thank you so much. You're such a good sport. Back to the game, back to the lab. Thank you very much, Zin. That has been your From the Seat player check-in brought to you by Herman Miller.
All right.
Bonnie, thanks so much. Zinni doing maybe a little bit of, well, a little green wall service right there. But it does look like they're enjoying the game. And I will say, again, talking to players of all sorts and kinds, they are really, really loving it. And by the way, every single player here at COD Next are currently sitting, or should I say lounging, in Herman Miller chairs. Herman Miller is proud to be the official chair partner of Call of Duty Next. And Ellen, you got more about the sweepstakes.
I mean, yes, you at home can enter for a chance to win custom Herman Miller chairs by entering the sweepstakes on the official Call of Duty X account and using the hashtags on your screen. Go get yourself into one of them. They are comfortable, but we're going to go to a short break. But when we return, more Black Ops 7 action.
I don't know, man. I mean, the maps look clean. I mean, but that's not the... I don't know. That still ain't pulled me in, honestly. I still feel like it's just the same old, same old. I don't know. Bro, I thought there would be a lot more people here than just one person. Last year when we did it, we had over 20-something people watching. Dude, this thing is just... Ooh wee.
Senior game designer here at Treyarch. So we're going to be talking about weapons today. I don't know where we even start. What have you got in store this year for us with Black Ops 7?
The big focus for us this year is just weapon variety. Most of them are brand new to the franchise, which is really exciting, and we've been able to pack a ton of unique gameplay into our launch portfolio because of that. I think like one great example would be a new shotgun. It's called the M10 Breacher. It's a pump action, but it's got a twist. If you hold down the trigger, you'll charge it up, reduce its spread, and then can fire and release and land some of those mid-range shots with a little bit more accuracy. And then obviously heard a lot about classic Black Ops 2 weapons returning. Peacekeeper and M8A1, I think, are two great examples of our weapon goals. The Peacekeeper blurs the lines between AR and SMG, and the M8A1 obviously has its 4-round burst. Still extremely lethal, I will say. And now with Gunsmith, you can kind of build it in different ways too, which is really exciting.
It sounds like there is a lot of variety, and variety seems to be this word that we keep coming back to with Black Ops 7.
Variety is a big focus for us, and the 2035 setting has really helped us kind of push the gameplay in a lot of creative and unique ways. And obviously the weapons look amazing as well. You know, the aesthetic is really this cool marriage of sleek and tech, but still grounded. You know, the way we balance weapons, we've been able to kind of push the characteristics of each weapon to further extremes and still find creative ways to balance that, keep them in check.
Can we talk about Gunsmith? Are there any big changes there?
We've seen a lot of feedback from players that they want more build variety, and we're targeting that in a few different ways. At the core, though, we're making sure that you can modify some of the key stats that people really care about across multiple attachment slots. Or if you are more interested in just a good balanced build, there's going to be different ways of achieving that.
That's the game now. What can we expect post-launch?
We want to keep this momentum going into post-launch. So on the weapons front, more iconic, classic Black Ops 2 weapons returning, but a lot of attention into bringing more brand new weapons to the franchise as well. On the attachment side, we're really excited for the return of attachment rewards and weekly challenges. And most of those are going to be for a specific weapon. They're gonna totally change the way you play with that weapon, sometimes in absolutely wild ways that no one I think will expect. We're also making sure to bring global attachments each season that are going to be able to go on most, if not all, weapons in the game.
Pablo, there seems to be a lot to get through once we got our hands on BO7. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Yeah, let's dive in.
Can't wait, but for now, it's back to Next.
Thank you, Miles. That was Pablo Ortiz talking weapons. As we just saw, there are so many ways to customize your playstyle in Black Ops 7. We're back with Matt and Yale, but guys, hold on. We've talked weapons, but let's take a look for ourselves.
Pablo already walked us through some of these weapons, but Yale, we're in the armory now. What are you most looking forward to playing with in the beta?
There's so many great guns, but for me, probably the Dravik 45.
That's mine. That's my pick.
We had a bunch of pros out, and they all played, and they definitely gravitated towards that one.
Yeah.
And it kind of validated one of my favorite weapons. The M10 Breacher
I just seen
is
it.
awesome if you're rolling
Stim
shotguns.
gets a boost.
Also, just the weapon prestige
Overclock.
system, all the attachment stuff that we're doing, prestige attachments. There's just so many ways to customize. It's great.
Yeah, and speaking of what's coming to beta, Matt, let's talk about Overclock. This is a massive innovation coming to multiplayer in Black Ops 7. How's it all going to work?
So overclocks we're very excited about, and it really all came back to how do we let players tailor towards their playstyle a bit more, give them more agency. So with overclocks, every piece of content throughout lethals, tacticals, filled up.
Watch the
and score
overclock
streaks,
for the
you will eventually
stim.
unlock 2 overclocks. Those are
Adds more speed
modifications
boost.
to those things, which you can then apply at one of those overclocks of your choosing. It adds a ton of depth to your loadout, and that's what we're really trying to do in Black Ops 7.
Yeah, like bonuses, getting those bonuses.
Bonuses, yeah, stat bonuses,
customization.
functionality changes, some really fun stuff there.
Some of them are crazy and
Yeah.
awesome, and I cannot wait to use them.
I can't wait either. Yale, have you got any favorites?
Probably point turret. The fact that you can stick it on walls with one of the overclocks, it just makes it slightly more tactical to use. And then the Rhino's awesome. Like, it is a beast and
Even the
super
stimmy.
powerful.
Yeah, like even things, you know, maybe undersung, you get to that extra
Just little ways to
extra
tweak 'em.
buff.
It's just nice that it's everywhere. Experience really matters, and you unlock.
It feels like every single thing I'm playing with in this game has almost got its own progression system. It's so impressive, and yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to play with camo, with smoke grenades. They've got different versions now, and of course, all the streaks. It's so fun.
Matt, do you have a favorite overclock?
I don't have a single favorite. Yale just mentioned the stem. You mentioned the stem. It is fun because you get to go back to kind of some familiar stuff. If I had to pick one, it's got to be the dog.
Of course.
And when he's on my team, he is a very good boy.
If he's not on your team,
He's a bad boy.
he's actually
What?
I have a little
Where's he
bid of
going?
a surprise for you.
Matt, you never
Where'd he
said
go?
you were on
Because
streaks.
we have a visitor.
Spawn's flipped, and he's back.
Fortunately, he's on our team, so he's being a very good boy right now.
Which overclock does he? Oh, okay. He's got this. He's got the sentry mode overclock, so he's gonna hunker down a little bit.
And we did confirm.
Yep. You can't
to
pet the dog.
reenact
And
the MP trailer.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and tell you. To be able to pet the dog, you have to have the sentry mode overclock.
Oh, bonus,
So,
bonus.
You've unlocked that one, and you've applied it.
That's great.
Yeah.
Boy, what is it? Are they capturing B?
Down by the railroad tracks?
They're capturing B down by the railroad.
Go get him!
Go get him, boy!
Go get him!
Oh my goodness.
Go get him, boy! Go keep my spree going.
Oh my gosh,
we love
he's
him.
been
We
the
love him.
star of the
We love
show at Next, but I will say he runs quickly, and so
He does,
be
yeah.
prepared for that
And
if you have one coming after you.
DAWG.
Yes.
Just
Dog.
Don't get it wrong.
Dog.
Yeah,
It's a dog. It's a
Something
mean
we're
dog.
also really excited about is the Specialist wild card.
That's
Now,
right.
this is not going to be in beta, but it is in at launch. Tell us about it.
So it's the first time a Black Ops game has ever had Specialist. It is a wild card because it is a Black Ops
So we
game.
have
love our
Specialists?
wild cards.
Yeah, we do.
So if you give up your score streaks, which some of us, you know, I know we've talked, Stephanie, you have some difficulties attaining score streaks sometimes.
Don't you?
You said it. Your words, not mine. But
There's
if you are
perks
one of
for
those,
that, okay?
Yeah, there are perks for that. So if you take the wild card, you will be able to pick 3 additional perks. So for a total of 6, you earn those 3 additional ones at 200, 400, and 600 score. And then if you are good enough, which we all are, at 1200
Yeah, thanks for
score,
that, yeah.
yep, at 1200 score, you will earn all of the perks in the game. Except for Tac Sprint, we got some feedback. We've heard a lot of feedback already. We're quick to adjust, so you will earn every perk in the game minus Tac Sprint if
That's
you get
out. Yeah. Awesome.
at 1200 score.
Damn. Real super soldier vibes.
Gonna be very fun.
I can't wait, cannot wait. Well, also last week I got to stop by Treyarch and get all the intel on some of the innovations coming to player customization. Let's take a look.
I'm here with Alvin, lead game designer at Treyarch here on Black Ops 7. So welcome to the show.
Thank you. Excited to be here.
I'm excited to get my hands
Yo,
on it.
if
Very
anybody's
excited to
here
see
that
how I can
is
customize my
watching,
playstyle
feel free to
for
type it in chat.
more
Let me know
than
you're here,
ever
yo.
in Black Ops 7. But the number one change I'm most interested in is the overclock system. Can you explain the philosophy behind that?
It's all about adding more interesting choices and meaningful choices that adjust gameplay. So overclocks are upgrades that you can unlock over time as you use a piece of equipment or a field upgrade or a score streak. Eventually you'll unlock 2, and then you can choose one of them to equip. So it gives you options, maybe based on a mode you want to use this, but based on different mode you want to use that. One of my favorite examples is the new dog score streak has an overclock that adds a sentry feature, which turns it into this really powerful turret.
Another change that's been made. So Black Ops 6, we had the combat specialties, which was equipping 3 perks at the same type gives me a bonus, which was great. I had a lot of fun. How is that changing in Black Ops 7?
We really wanted to expand on that system in Black Ops 7. You know, players seemed to like the system, but maybe felt it was a little bit too limiting. And so with hybrid combat specialties in Black Ops 7, you can experiment with playstyles, and you can mix and match. So as an example, say you like offensive and stealth perks. Now you can equip any mixture of those. Boom, you're gonna get a cool new hybrid bonus tied to those things.
Staying on perks, there is a big addition to the game for the first time in Black Ops history, the Specialist Wildcard. What is the Specialist Wildcard?
We were just talking about perks. We got a lot of cool new perks. Why not let players play with all of them? And what this lets you do is earn extra perks instead of your score streak. So you equip this to your loadout, you add more perks, and then you earn those on score.
Yeah, we've
And
done
then
that
eventually,
before.
If you earn enough score, you can get all the perks.
Thank you so much. There is so many choices to be made now as a player. My playstyle, truly, I'm going to go deep in that beta. I cannot wait, mate.
Really exciting. See you in the beta.
Thanks, Alvin. Back to the guys at Next.
Shift back with Dream Crazy. So awesome to hear what's new for loadouts, whether you're looking at it from a level of perks, weapons, specialists, utility. Everyone feels like there's a level of customizing it to your play style.
Yeah, there's so much to look at, Shift. I just can't wait to get my hands on it, but just kind of just having that ability to use the overclock feature to extend the life of some of the streaks, and of course, looking at all of this on these beautiful maps in this interactive space here, coming up on Hardpoint on Toshin. Method said it was his favorite map, Shift, so let's see if he's gonna pop up on this one, but those ARs, they've been pretty dominant here today.
I know all you Ranked Warriors CDL fans just inched a little bit further forward in your seat to see how exactly Hardpoint will play. And we're taking a look at least at Arctic Gamer for right now, and their team is dominating, so he's just going to hang out, try to get some of the sniper gameplay going through here. So with this, I will say, I played Toshin yesterday on this mode particularly, and just, you know, I got to get into my little CDL roots right here. I think this map is going to be viable. It feels super awesome. The points are dynamic. They feel like they're really balanced in terms of location, position, how you spawn around them, how spawns move. Everything feels really, really solid. I'm glad we're getting our first taste of Hardpoint on this map.
And on Toshin too, we saw a little bit of VS Recon there, a little sniper play coming into action, which is a very, very, you know, feasible weapon here. But around the alleyway, Aiden does get sniped by one. And well, I love this map on Toshin. It's a lot of mixed spacing that we see here too.
Yeah, and I think it's just, again, how you utilize some of these high ground positions, watching over hardpoints. This is P1 right here. You do have those windows that are on the other side. It feels like a power position, but the thing about it is you can bounce off that destroyed train, still get a look into that location, and try to at least battle up against it. So it doesn't feel as dominant as other high ground positions had in the past. I think there's also just a really good balance and design of talking high ground to high ground. It just, everything feels very level and neutral when it comes down to how power positions would normally feel versus what we're getting in this game, thanks to how the Omni movement can be combined with the wall jumping.
Yes, in the park and like market areas, you see those windows which do promote a lot of you know, upper level fights, and then, you know, lower level, they still, you can have submachine guns go at it on the ground level. So those ARs, as you'd mentioned, getting set up into those power positions. We see Aiding kind of cleaning up the rest of this hill time. He does fall to a nade, but nonetheless, Scout Pulse, I want to point that out. You know, you could basically use that as an advanced UAV if you overclock it twice.
Yeah, that's the other fun thing about it. You know, information about it, but seeing it in application is different. You know, the overclock system is going to allow for players to really customize their experience, not just in how they build their loadout, but how it affects your team.
Overclock was pretty much an advanced warfare.
You're seeing the UAV reveals are coming through right now for Aiden with a Rhino in play.
I mean, they all think it's such a thing, but it was an advance.
Going from 1 to 2 pretty smoothly and having an idea of where the spawns are going to be. Aiden's just locking down the OBJ.
Well, Herman Miller Gaming is proud to be the official chair partner of Call of Duty. Next, shout out to Herman Miller for supporting us and definitely keeping us locked in here during next.
Chairs are elite. I mean,
Absolutely.
absolutely elite.
Important.
No bias. But yeah, I think the other thing that we talked about a lot, with the players yesterday, the creators yesterday, with how different the maps look aesthetically, there is still this innate ability to very visibly see your opponents. I was talking to Brittany quite a bit, one of the level designers, about the map design philosophy and kind of experiencing a futuristic or near futuristic atmosphere while still trying to make it feel immersive. And she was very specific in talking about, we want to be able to really see the different sight lines that a player can have. We don't want to really clutter things with too much high ground, too many windows, too much stuff that's on the ground around you. Enough to make it feel dynamic and that you have options in terms of what you play through, but not too much to where you feel like you can't see your opponents, as Aiden is tracking everything right now.
But those, I love that you point that out, because the derailment structures, right? As Aiden was shooting at an opponent, you could see those broken structures really do work as vantage points for cover. So Brittany, it's a great job at just kind of like mixing the two, and with the vertical sight, the vantage points all around these alleyways. There's just so many ways you can cover too, as well as those open mixed areas.
Yeah, I think that the other thing is, a lot of these maps, if we look at 3-lane based maps, which again, there is an inspiration towards a lot of this. And as we get equipped for precision, Hamilton is entering the Call of Duty franchise space, the special edition khaki field automatic. I will say we had some time to talk to the Hamilton representatives, and wow, it's cool. I actually have the watch on right now that was used in Interstellar, the Murph watch. Very clean, very comfortable, so make sure you check out Hamilton for that limited edition if you're looking to up your wrist game. But getting back to the point, again, you've got these central POIs, especially in a map like Hardpoint. You see those interest points immediately, but how you connect between the lanes feels really smooth, really fluid, and again, doesn't feel like you're held back by trying to take these tight routes to get from place to place, which I love.
And it feels like each map is like that, right? We saw Deus Samir doing that on the Forge, right? Every single map, the map transition from lane to lane is so beautiful. And even if you are using something like the VS Recon, depending on what types of specialties and perks that you have attached to it, you can move very fast. And MZ, a reputable sniper by far for so long in the community, she's working it really well with these one-shot, one-kills.
Looking clean, now off the spawn. Are we gonna see a quad feed? Come on, MZ, give it to us. Almost a chance for some collateral. Oh, and then almost to the pistol. She can't believe it. Almost absolutely tore apart the entire lobby. But yes, we do, MZ, we take those.
Definitely some nice shots there. Almost through the wall, but we saw a little bit that earlier.
Here we go, little camo action.
Ooh.
Active camo, go behind them and hit a triple. I'm gonna line it up and like.
Kind of hearing the hearing the strategies on that one. She knows exactly what she's doing here, but they are dominating right now. Another one goes down. Gosh, this is a sniper we have to try when we're on.
I gotta just reveal my position here on it. I know the community talks about it a lot when it comes to the competitive side of the esport. Are we gonna see snipers in the game? Feels like we should have a chance to see this one. But official pizza of Call of Duty is Little Caesars. If you're feeling hungry while checking out Call of Duty Next, feel free to get on in there. As we continue on with the coverage for today, everyone is talking about the new dog score streak, of course, and courtesy of Little Caesars, we get to see a little bit more with them as we sat down to talk to Dog for a pep talk.
What's up, everybody? This is Little Caesars Pep Talk with the side of Black Ops Intel. I'm your host, Chris Puckett, joined by a very special guest. We got T-Dog Smitty, and T-Dog Smitty, I have a special present for you. You hungry?
I am so hungry.
Let's eat, my friend. Bring him in.
Look at my guy.
It wouldn't be a Black Ops
Thank
without
you so much.
a robo delivery service. It's launch week, it's reveal week. What's the content strategy?
Get as much content as humanly possible. First, we want to look at the maps. Black Ops 2 guns are back.
What's going to be new in this game that you're pumped for?
The wall bouncing.
Weapons, I saw the camos are kind of nuts here.
The best thing they're doing this year is it's any mode you want. So campaign, zombies, Warzone, multiplayer, you name it, they got it.
Give me the day one. I need to get to Prestige as fast as possible loadout. What are you running?
Holy moly. The M8 felt really, really good when I used it. The Peacekeeper felt great.
If you're
honestly, right now, they're all pretty good.
For anyone who wants to become a Call of Duty creator,
Yes.
what pro tips do you have for us?
Don't just go live for 4 hours, mindlessly doing random stuff. Have a strategy.
Final question. This is the Little Caesars Pep Talk. Where
that
can I
is
find
true.
more content from T-Dog Smitty?
It's going to come down to be
YouTube.com/TDogSmitty.
For all of you at home,
Yeah.
it is time to open the Little Caesars app, accept the Call of Duty challenge, complete it, and you could win Black Ops 7. Yeah, a free copy. And you are also entered for a chance to squad up with George Kittle, maybe T-Dog Smitty. Number 85, Little Caesars Call of Duty. Does it get
He
better
just
than
dropped
that?
a piece
I
of
didn't think so.
He just dropped the
That
pepperoni.
was amazing, and we gotta love that dog. By the way, our creators are rocking Corsair peripherals throughout the venue, so you at home can enter for a chance to win the peripherals bundle by entering the
Hey, that's kind of cool right there.
on the official.
That's the
Call
new.
of
That's that
Duty
new
X
scuff
account,
controller.
and use the hashtag below. But we'll be right back, and more Black Ops 7 coming right up.
I don't know, man.
Dominate every game on a big screen TCL QD Mini LED TV with 144Hz native refresh rate and AMD FreeSync Premium Pro. TCL, the official TV of Call of Duty. Experience the world of Call of Duty with Corsair, the official gaming hardware and peripheral partner of Call of Duty. Operators, get ready to ride the special edition Polaris Razor Pro R and Sportsman XP 1000 vehicles, dropping soon into Call of Duty Warzone. You're invited to the Little Caesars Call of Duty Challenge. Open the Little Caesars app, accept and complete the challenge. You might win a copy of the new Call of Duty Black Ops 7. You'll also be entered for a chance to win the grand prize, a trip to an Activision studio to squad up with George Kittle in a 1-hour epic Call of Duty battle. Complete the Little Caesars Call of Duty Challenge today. Welcome back, Black Ops 7 multiplayer. Looking sick, looking slick. We've been joined by Lawrence Metten, Associate Design Director at Treyarch. Lawrence, I know there is a lot of stuff going on with Prestige in Black Ops 7. So firstly, welcome to the Only Room. Secondly, tell us more.
Thank you. Yeah, so we have classic Prestige in Black Ops 7. We have a new journey. Excited to share more about the updates coming to Prestige Master and the icons and things like that as we get closer to launch. But our big story with Prestige in Black Ops 7 is the return of Weapon Prestige. And we're really doing for Weapon Prestige in BO7 what we did for Classic Prestige in Black Ops 6, and that's bring back a fan favorite progression system in a way that feels faithful to the way it used to work, but also bigger and better than ever.
So Weapon Prestige is bringing an even deeper journey for players with their favorite weapons. Lawrence, tell us how this is going to work.
Yeah, so reach max weapon level, you're going to have the choice to enter Weapon Prestige. Doing so will automatically unlock a unique Prestige attachment that each weapon in the game has. And these are chunky, build-changing attachments that really change the way those guns play. You're also going to unlock a camo, and the Weapon Prestige system is packed with camos, some of which are remastered Black Ops 2 camos. So
okay.
You may see some fan favorite camos on the screen here. You normally had to do graffiti camo.
One of my favorites.
Oh, it's so many.
Oh, it's great.
Charms, camos, attachments, Prestige has got it all going
Black
on.
Ops
but
2.
Lawrence, it feels like Black Ops 7 is seriously about the camos this time around.
Oh yeah, we're going big with camos. So we have our core camo grind. We have camos in Prestige.
Do we have zombie
We're gonna have
camos?
camos in our live seasons. So weekly challenges, we'll have 2 camos per season, an animated camo to chase for completing that system. We're going to have camos in our seasonal events. And I mean, we're going big with camos. There's a redacted camo.
We heard people like camos.
The jacket don't lie, folks. The jacket don't lie.
Yeah, he came prepared. Like we were like, there's only one thing you're allowed to wear.
He's working through his
Lawrence.
headshots. He's early in his journey.
I'm 5 headshots in on this thing.
All right, I know we all love the camos. Matt, what's your favorite one?
I mean, so Lawrence mentioned we've got some remasters, some reimagines. I worked on Black Ops 2. One of my favorites. It does relate to a breakfast meat.
You know, I've been outside your office with
bacon
picketing for this one.
You have been sliding bacon strips under my office door.
Subtle.
It's bacon.
So, but
The
we took
bacon
it, so,
camo.
hey, I'm gonna go with bacon. Bacon camo.
And it's never looked better.
It's sizzling in
It's
this
hot.
game.
It sizzles. It's greasy. It's all of the
all the things
all
we
of
need
the
it to be.
Okay, so while we unlock these camos and more throughout this progression journey, the best part is if you make something awesome, you can now share it with your friends. A first now in Black Ops. Lawrence, can you explain the sort of the build share for us?
Yeah, weapon build sharing. We wanted to do this for a long time. We've finally been able to do it with Black Ops 7.
Weapon
You can
code.
send a build you've created directly to a friend.
Yeah,
You can grab
bacon
a build
camo's
from the
back.
build cam. So if someone's got your number in a match and you're like, man, what's that guy using? Grab that build, throw it into your loadout for the next game. And then you can also share via a build code. So right in the gunsmith is a build code. Edit a build, edit a weapon, and that build code updates. Anytime you see a screenshot of the gunsmith posted to socials or out of game, grab that build code, throw it into your game, and you're rocking that gun.
Yep.
My days of digging through the spreadsheets are over.
Yeah, I can join
I'm
my
so
pro.
excited.
I'm going to join my pro friends and be like, what's the build? They're like, here it is. Bang, straight into my loadout. Sick. That's so cool.
It's I spent a lot of time on the social medias looking for meta builds, so I no longer have to do that. I can just grab a code, and I will.
That
also,
is pretty cool.
We saw Pablo talking about our weapons earlier. I will often hit him up on a Saturday night and be like, "Hey,
If you want to know
what is
anything,
what is the best
Pablo's
weapon,
your guy.
Pablo?" And now he can just send me a code.
Yeah.
Pablo build codes are blessed.
Pablo
If
build-
you get a build
Absolutely.
code from Pablo,
Maybe
you know it's
maybe
gonna
we
fly.
will be blessed and get one from him closer to launch.
That
But
is kinda
we've
cool
already
for the
seen
code.
Quite a bit of gameplay today, but one thing we have not seen is modes. More modes, new modes. We need
Modes.
to talk about.
Let's talk about the new
modes.
modes.
So we are talking about skirmish.
That's right.
Which is not in the beta, but will be there at launch. What's skirmish all about, Matt?
Yeah.
Here we
so
go.
Brittany said we got maps. and I'm gonna say we got
2020.
modes. Skirmish is our high player count 20v20 mode based on Avalon. We will have 2 launch maps on day 1. We'll have Mission Edge and Mission Tide. They're very different. We've got one kind of skyscrapers, ritzy, glitzy, glamour, wingsuit, grapple all over the place. Then we've got one.
Come on, it's like
that's a bit
Blackout,
more,
bro.
grounded and plays a bit more like a familiar multiplayer play space. We love our high player count modes at Treyarch. We've taken inspiration from Fireteam. We've taken inspiration from Combined Arms. And we've got something really exciting for day 1.
Nice.
Really, really exciting stuff.
That's
We
it.
also have a new mode that we're going to be seeing live gameplay for today called Overload. What's that about?
Well, we're gonna find out. Back to the studio.
Okay, what is Overload? It's new.
My name is Miles Ross. I'm here with Joanna, lead game designer on all things modes here in Black Ops 7.
So tell me about modes. What do you and your team do?
My team focuses on designing game modes here at Treyarch.
There's one mode that we would love to talk about, a brand new mode called Overload. What is that?
It's a 6v6 objective mode. You have 2 zones, they have 2 zones. Your goal is to secure the overload device and pick it up and capture it in one of the opposing team zones. Once you secure the device, you have an outline on you to indicate that you have the device. By bringing the device to one of the zones, your team gets 1 point. Your goal is to get 8 points to win the match. And it's been great working on this mode with our partners at Binox.
What happens after I score? Does it respawn in a set position or is it random?
An overload device will spawn in one of those 3 locations. The rotations of each spawn is predetermined for each map.
Excellent. This sounds like a very competitive mode.
Oh yes, it is very competitive. It requires a lot of team coordinations and strategies.
Sick.
So, like,
when it comes
capture
to
the
internal
flag.
protests, you know, are you guys going crazy? I mean, who's the goal scorer for you guys?
I would have to say I'm the one who tends to be the one picking up the objective and running the device. Mainly because I'm an objective player, and a lot of my team members, like Matt Trons and Colin Overhaul, they are...
Okay, so that's like capture the flag. That is so pathetic. Y'all just named it something else, and it was just like a computer you pick up and get to another location, the same as a capture a flag.
Any new tacticals or anything fun you would recommend using in the mode?
I would suggest you equip the new Sight Grenade. It activates hallucination of enemies that are not there, and so when they shoot them, they just burst in red mist. It's fantastic.
So if I get hit by a sight grenade, I will hallucinate, see things that aren't really there.
Yes.
But I can engage with them. And my teammates just think I'm going crazy and shooting walls.
Yes.
Okay, I really thought they were going to do the 20v20 mode and actually let us hear something, and all they said was that was it. You have to wait till the game to come out. That is just so stupid. Like, you could have done better with that.
In the beta,
And we do got early access this coming up couple of days, so I'll definitely be playing multiplayer and also zombies for beta. I'm gonna try. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna try it out. I am. I'm gonna give it some. I don't know.
And remember, when you play the upcoming Black Ops 7 beta, you can earn all the new rewards in-game, usable in the beta and in Black Ops 7 at launch. If you plan on playing the Black Ops 7 beta on PC, you must have Secure Boot and TPM 2.0 enabled to get in on the action. This is part of an ongoing effort by Team Ricochet to make sure Call of Duty players have the most secure and competitive play. Check out the QR code for more information on how to make sure your machine is compliant. Now let's check out some Overload.
Woo! I cannot wait to see some Overload. I know all of us are itching to see if there's going to be a competitive future in this brand new mode. Some historical nostalgia, kind of maybe leaning on some previous game modes, but something that is so dramatically unique. And with the new mode comes another new map. Let's open up and find our way into the Australian desert of exposure to check out Overload. Take me through just this first half of the game that we're about to see here, Dream Crazy. What are we looking at?
This map looks wild from a standpoint, but you really do have the ability to work to the sides. We have a suspended guild crate, which allows jumping across ladders to gain higher vantage points. And then you have this like indoor control room, which kind of like acts as a node for, enclosed areas, good for holding exits and entrances.
Absolutely the case. Again, some of the keys as we see Simp's team run away with an 8-1 victory. Here are the things that we just need to point to. You saw it in the opening video. The key is to get to 8 total points overall. That gets you a net win. But I think for those that are thinking more on the competitive structure, really the mode is set up into be 2 different halves. You can get 4 points in a particular half. That immediately ends the half and you switch sides so that way you're not just sitting on one side of the map the entire time.
Exactly. It makes it a little bit more fair that way, switching the sides. And then, of course, should we get there overtime, right? We'll talk about that there later.
We will talk about that later. But that was just a small look at exposure. We also have another new map for you to get a little bit more of a deep dive on, and that is Imprint. And this is really fun, and I didn't actually realize this until Brittany was talking about it. As you run through some of the snow parts of the map, you actually leave footprints behind. So not only is this a 3D printing-based facility, but Imprint also lends towards that other new mechanic of being able to see some of those snow footprints as you walk through.
Now I gotta ask her, do we hear the crunching? Does it really get that realistic? But that's something we've heard before. Hopping here on Imprint, this is also another one with an inner facility, right? You got a lot of these fights in the center part of the map, and then also those hazardous drops around the map, but also an inclinator that lifts and control, lifts people up in those upper zone, snow zones.
Indeed the case. And this is also an overload mode that we're seeing at the moment. And another thing to point to, that overload device has 3 different spawn points, and you heard Joanna talking about it, per map. They're set locations. But where it spawns may determine what exactly your setup and strategy is going to look like as you try to score, whether that be at the A or the B point. So really interesting dynamicism being brought into this new game mode that I think, again, fuels that competitive spirit that we're all looking for.
Yeah, indeed. And some of the spawn points and the fact that, again, that it does rotate around the map, it really kind of just allows you to set things up here. But an extra shout out here to Monster Energy, Unleash the Beast. Head to callofduty.com, callofduty.monsterenergy.com, to see how you can earn bonus in-game rewards.
I'll tell you, I am a Monster fan, and I've been picking up that no sugar white Monster, and yep, there are still beta rewards being pushed onto those cans, so make sure you get you some immediately. Another one of those spots, again, that overload device. Some of you might be wondering, what happens if you fall off the map with the device? Well, there's no cheese in terms of possession. It'll just pop right back up to where you fell off the map, so you don't have that stall tactic that can sometimes be used to give yourself a bit of a competitive advantage if you find yourself up like Stephanie's team currently is.
Yeah, some of the players had a little play test of that and trying to throw it off the map and realize, okay, we can't get set up on reset. We have to play from this awkward position. So that really does force some of these players to, really rethink their strategies.
Absolutely the case.
Okay, so I was wrong. I was thinking more on the lines it's going to be capture the flag, but when the device shows up, you actually have 2 places to go and take it. You know what I wish they would have bring back in a game mode is actually uplink. Uplink, I feel like uplink with the wall jump, you could have put a wall near the uplink area and you can hit the wall to go through the... I just saying... I'm not sure if it's... I'm just saying uplink would have been... I mean, this seems not that bad if there's 2 locations and you get to pick up and still get to use your gun and stuff like that, the same as like capture the flag, but... There was another mode they did something like this where you could only run with your pistol, which was pretty stupid. But I mean, I kind of like the layout, kind of like the map layout. Everything's see-through. Everything is good. Yeah, uplink would have been, I don't know, uplink would have been good. Because if you got the jumping ability that you can hit a wall, you could put the uplink near a wall where you can just hit the wall and then uplink. But I don't know. That was pretty sweet. And then the first to 8, not bad. So this might be part of the beta. I'm not sure because they are playing it. And they're only playing the beta maps. So this could be a possibility we could play this mode on the beta. I mean, I'm not going to say I'm not going to give anything a try. I mean, it does look nice. It does play through. I like the whole point of they're talking about the camos now when you're maxing your gun out. Every time you level it and prestige it, you automatically get a camo. I mean, I think it's pretty cool. But... So, coming up next, we're going to talk about more camos. I don't know, man. We just got to watch it. We got to see how everything's going to play out, I guess. I do like the weapon code thing. That's pretty cool.
Check out the latest Embody gaming colorways at hermanmiller.com/gaming. Xfinity customers get early access to the Black Ops 7 open beta. Visit xfinity.com/rewards to claim your code today.
Welcome back, Lawrence and Yale from Treyarch. I am excited to share that we have even more camos to show off. We're not done. As we said earlier, there are more ways than ever to earn camos in Black Ops 7, and that for the first time, that includes a dedicated camo track in the co-op campaign.
Yeah, this is something we've never been able to do before. We have a dedicated camo track in campaign for the first time. And it's really excited to have 16 mastery camos in Black Ops 7.
16?
All new mastery camos.
So 4 in each.
4 in each mode. Whether you're playing multiplayer, zombies, Warzone, or co-op campaign, you're going to have a dedicated camo journey and some dope mastery camos.
Ooh, look at that gold.
Molten gold.
Yes, these are co-op campaign mastery camos.
Literal drip. Molten camos.
Stone,
Molten gold, that looks so good. Moonstone as well, this is awesome.
Might be one of my favorites in the game, Moonstone. The Treyarch weapons team has really pulled out all the stops with these mastery camos in BO7.
Flex.
Chroma Flux. I'm loving the sort of star details on the handguard as well. There's so much going on.
Guns look incredible. And of course, obviously for all this stuff, like global progression,
this is all multi.
Mode for the first time, so you can earn this and still be leveling up 1 to 55. It is huge.
I had to first look at the co-op campaign mastery camos, but we got to look at the multiplayer ones as well. I mean,
wait a minute, that wasn't multi, that was campaign.
Time to be a COD player,
bro.
Multiplayer camos that we can be unlocking. Lawrence, Shattered Gold, talk to me.
Shattered Gold.
Yeah, the 16 all new mastery camos. Here are the MP ones: Shattered Gold, Arclight. I don't know if we've ever had a shinier diamond.
This
in
one got
Call
a
of
lot
Duty.
of cheers in the creator room.
Yeah, it did.
That's a real like Black Ops 7 vibe for me. Tempest.
So much creativity from the team to be able to pull these off.
This one's one of my favorites. I feel like this one's going to be slept on, but I'm saying it.
Tempest.
Oh, dude, this is great. And I love that you picked a great weapon with a lot of surface area to show off the skin.
Yeah.
It's very cool as well.
The drum mug.
And yeah, rounding it out with Singularity,
Wow.
our final multiplayer mastery camo. In true final mastery fashion, this thing will change when you shoot it. So all 4 of our final masteries across the game have this dynamic nature to them.
That's multiplayer.
It's just
Campaign
really
was
awesome
crazy.
with automatic weapons and high caliber guns. For
Now
sure.
we got
It's so fun,
zombies.
it's so
You gonna
cool.
let me
Well,
know
there's a lot
zombies?
going on here. There's a lot of camos. There's a lot of rewards. How do I keep track of all of these? Like, let's say I'm having a big session. I've unlocked a ton of stuff, but I was.
They're not
on,
gonna
you
show
know,
us,
oh,
are
no,
they?
I spilled a beverage on the table and I looked away. Oh no, what did I unlock? Can I find out that?
Great question, Miles. Yeah, so we have a new feature in the game we call the reward feed. Pop open the reward feed from the menu panel, and it's got your history of all of your unlocks right there. So this persists across multiple games, multiple sessions. You can pull it up, see what you unlocked a few days ago, equip content from here, investigate, to dig into challenge screens and things like that, and really going to help players keep track of all this stuff, because there's a lot to earn.
That helps a lot. And that was everything from stickers to attachments to weapons.
Everything, and you can equip straight from it. It's great.
Now, Lawrence, season 1 is coming in hot right after launch.
Bro,
and it sounds
zombie-
like with
really?
weekly challenges returning,
Y'all a-holes.
there's a lot to look forward to.
Yeah,
Go,
weekly
Ashley.
challenges keep the game fresh each week of the season. So the way this works, each week of the season, we're going to have a new piece of gameplay content to unlock for use in your loadouts. This isn't just attachments. We have weapons, we have score streaks in this system. Complete enough challenges, and you'll unlock that week's reward with challenges for all 4 modes. So
Awesome.
Truly connected game. You can complete these challenges in co-op, multiplayer, zombies, or Warzone. Oh, and did we mention it's got camos? 2 camos.
And score streaks.
And
score streaks, all
streaks.
kinds of functional gear.
Animated camo every season available in this system. We also have another camo
Sheesh.
if you complete half of the weeks in the season. So
Oh.
a lot up for grabs in our weeklies.
I'm looking forward to the final count on how many camos are in this game. It's going to be insane. Of course, we also have to show some love to our Call of Duty esports fam. The World Series of Warzone is live tomorrow at 12 p.m. Pacific, and we also have some really awesome CDL season planned, and with some full details being released in just a few short weeks. I can say for now, friends, get ready for the CDL to return in early December. Yale, ranked play is now on the tip of my tongue after talking about the COD League. Where can we get that?
So obviously we're bringing a ton of content at launch, season 1. Big thing for us is just making sure we have the best ranked experience possible. Ranked play is coming in season 2. We've already been playing with a bunch of pros. Everyone's getting excited. So much gear. And Lawrence, there's a couple also feature additions to that for people to explore.
A couple things we can mention today. We're bringing back placement matches to get players closer to your rank faster.
Right.
And we know players want surprise camos.
Whoa!
And so we're doing ranked camos each and every season. So you get your gold camo, platinum above.
Gotta have bragging rights. It's key.
So ranked play coming to multiplayer in season 2. Now, speaking of the live seasons, I've heard it said that season 1 is going to be the biggest season in Black Ops history in terms of content. Yale, can you confirm?
So we are absolutely bringing it on this game. This is from launch to the end of season 1. We will have 7 multiplayer maps. 6 of those multiplayer maps are
Oh
full
my
6v6.
goodness.
This is the most we've ever done. You can expect so much of this.
Yeah, and you said too, like a mix of some.
Can
fan
we just
creators
talk about the
returning from
2
Black
past
Ops
people
2,
they've
but also those
let
brand
play
new
are
maps?
just completely
And if I'm
horrible?
hearing you right, that doesn't even count what we're bringing to zombies in season 1.
That's right.
What?
3 maps in zombies. So
3
obviously
maps?
You see some of that here, but in season 1, we're bringing 3 new maps. 1 round-based zombie map and 2 survival maps. So this will be the biggest in franchise history.
Oh my.
Bro, we are going to have 3 maps and zombies in season 1.
There's 1 Black Ops map. Because you're talking about them, it wouldn't be a Black Ops game without it. So Yale, I gotta ask.
I think some of our fans may have a guess on what this is. Absolutely, Nuketown is coming back, harkening back to some of the love for Black Ops 2. It is awesome. Nuketown 2025 looks incredible. All the new tech that we have, just it's a banger.
The
it always
colors
is.
are popping.
Super
Nuketown's
fun,
back.
and we're excited
We knew
for
that
people
though.
to get to see this shortly after launch.
Yeah. Yeah, and obviously, like with the BO2 fans out there, I think people are going to be really excited about this version of Nuketown. So shortly after launch.
Shortly after launch, indeed. Well, fortunately, folks, we can all get our hands on Black Ops 7 multiplayer in the beta this week, and I cannot wait to play with some of my friends. Full disclaimer, you know exactly who you are.
Lawrence Yale, thank you so much. Coming up at next, we are getting a look at Zombies live
Yes!
on the brand new map.
I can't wait.
Ashes of the Damned. Stay tuned.
Yo, I just want everybody to know, October, only 2 more days, we get the beta. You get to play multiplayer and zombies. Ashley, girl, you gotta get the Xbox going, yo. We get to play the beta for zombies. It's gonna be awesome. October 2nd, it begins.
Change your game. Scuff Gaming, the official controller partner of Call of Duty.
I need to give me a new Scuff.
Equipped for precision. Hamilton and Call of Duty team up for a special edition Khaki Field Auto Watch. Get yours on November 14th. Customize your typing. Drop, the official keycap partner of Call of Duty. Unleash the beast with Monster Energy, the official energy drink of Call of Duty. You're invited to the Little Caesars Call of Duty Challenge. Open the Little Caesars app.
I don't know, I'm excited for the beta. I'm ready to play the multiplayer. I'm ready to see what we can do here. See if I can pull me another nuke or not. You said in 2 days? Yes. October 2nd. All you got to do is just get your Game Pass on your Xbox, and you'll be able to download the beta and be able to play. And then we have beta for the first time ever for zombies, and I will be playing a lot. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. It's time.
Hands on with Black Ops 7 Zombies.
Yes.
Again, a little scary. It is a
There we
very
go.
own survival map. Look at this.
Wow, that's awesome. Here we go, guys.
I know. Y'all are confused. So was I. But as they say, this too shall
pass.
Let the carnage begin.
Da-na-na.
Tessie and Ted together again.
Burn rubber.
Bro, zombies is gonna be awesome. The first season, we get 3 maps.
Like mowing a lord of flesh.
I got my bushes back. I'm gonna have to trim my bushes, yo. It's been a long time.
Happy New Year, demon spawn.
Definitely wasn't English breakfast.
Literally at my fingertips. Time to roll out. Well, that escalated quickly.
Play Zombies Survival in the beta.
Yeah, what a trailer, what a song. Teams on point once again with another banger.
Kevin Drew. I am so excited you're here, Steve Bianchi from Treyarch. Might I say, welcome to the party. Like our old friend Richtofen.
Yes. Welcome
So,
to the Dark Ether as well.
It's time.
Yeah,
But we're
November
talking all
14th, the game
about
comes
Black
out.
Ops 7 Zombies, and Zombies reveal was massive, Kevin. So let's just start out big picture. How did the team think about building the Zombies experience for Black Ops 7?
Yeah, so Ashes of the Damned really just represents what we want to do with zombies this year. Just as the player, have been sent into the Dark Ether, this map is a Bermuda Triangle where all these locations, and it's the biggest round-based zombies map we've ever made. Every single one of these locations has been sent into the Dark Ether in various time periods, and so what's going to happen is at 30 minutes, we're going to trigger exfil automatically at the next round, and everyone at that point, try to get out alive.
And no main quest.
No main quest.
quest is turned off,
All
so
the
no
quest
spoilers.
stuff is turned off.
No spoilers.
There's
no
still
nothing.
plenty to experience today in this map.
Awesome stuff. And just a taste of the zombies. We've talked a little bit about Ashes of the Damned. Let's take a journey now inside the map. Hopefully our creators are prepared for what's about to come their way. Look at this, once again, descending deeper into this absolutely
Dude, the
incredible
3D
map.
room
It's
is
glorious to
crazy.
look at. A little surprise as well. I wonder if our creators are
Got
locked
some
in.
help on the way here.
Are they going to see it? Are they going to notice? Oh, I see the lights already. Here she comes. Oh, it's the Wunder vehicle to the rescue.
That's old Tessie for ya.
Tessie is actually here at next.
Yes.
A lot of our
That's
creators, including
cool.
ourselves, have had the pleasure to get in the real thing, jump on it. There's a wonder weapon on the top. Oh, it's so much fun.
Yeah, I've been so excited about this map, and I'm so glad it's finally out there. We can talk about it. It's in the hands of our creators. So the live gameplay is kicking off. It's time to hop in. Let's take a look.
Oh my god, the movement
Okay,
looks
so
so
Steve,
well.
Where are we at? We're seeing somebody, Mama K is getting in Tessie right here, I think, at Janus Towers.
They're starting off at Janus Towers. It's transitioned from Black Ops 6 to here. They're going to have to get the Wonder Vehicle running. They're going to try to get to either the farm or Blackwater Lake. When they're
Yes,
there,
it's still
they're
round
gonna
base.
Experience some horrors. This is
It's just a
creepy
bigger
map.
round base
Van
map.
Dorn Farm is just terrifying. I love the barn there. There's like bodies hanging. The corpses are swinging. They can break their arms off, fall down and chase you. Well, now they're in the fog.
You took
They're on
no
it.
time to get in Tessie and start going into the roads
Oh
between.
my goodness.
Tessie's already
And that's
taken a beating.
That is one of the new enemies on the back of the of Tessie
so
there, right?
those are the Ravagers.
Girl, you
and
gotta
can
get out the
see
truck
that
or it's
they're
gonna
little
blow up.
gremlins, and they love being in the fog, and they just took care of Tessie already. They really.
Bro,
good
these
at
zombies
jumping
are
on
running
and
at-
just starting to just tear it to pieces. Hopefully she gets out of there. 'cause
She's about to
it's
die.
really hectic. So.
I was about to ask you,
Learn to
so
rotate, girl.
Obviously
Come on.
in these spaces between the locations on Ashes of the Damned, now, you can get out of the Wonder Vehicle, but Steve, should you get
The
out of
movement is crazy.
Well, we call this the fog. These roads, these transitions.
Yeah, the
between
survival
areas,
and
it's
round
very
base
dangerous.
are
round
the
rules
same
are not
thing.
The same as
Yeah.
regular rules here. So zombies can continually respawn, and when you try to kill them, they actually just poof into like dust and can reform, right? So you have to just try
Watch
to your
your
best to
mouth.
get through there. You gotta run. You gotta fix the car really quickly and get out of there because you're not going to be getting points. You're not going to be getting drops or power-ups. So keep
Mystery.
on. Make it through.
So we're obviously seeing the Wonder Vehicle there, but we need this. This map is so big that we need a vehicle to get around it and drive between each of the areas. Kevin, what does it mean to have old Tessie in RBZ?
Yeah, so this is a true Wonder Vehicle, and we call it the 5th member of the squad because Tessie is so essential to your success in this map. We just saw you absolutely need her to get from place to place, but even beyond that, you're going to be powering her up and upgrading her. Initially, you'll find her, she's a bit slow and disrepair, but the first thing you do is find a familiar bus driver's head in the starting area and install it in the dashboard of Tessie. So now you've got to get a bit of a
Dude, this
automated
is gonna be
repair
awesome.
and some personality as well. And then from there, I think we'll see a lot of that today is getting the Pack-a-Punch. You're eventually going to get to Ashwood and find a disrepaired Pack-a-Punch, and you're going to take that jet thruster, put it in the back of Tessie, give it a boost jump, as well as, for the first time ever, giving yourself a mobile Pack-a-Punch, which is awesome.
Oh my gosh, we're hearing Mama K like she's loving the map right now. She's looking up. What a moody, lighting situation you have throughout.
Yes. There's a lot of atmosphere in this map. It's very creepy. Each space is just very unique.
So what is the name of this location?
This is Blackwater Lake. It's this old cabin that's been transported here, just as everything else. This is really like a Bermuda Triangle type of area, so all manner of places from all over can show up here, and it's just cool. The really cool thing too you'll see is there's unique zombies to each area. So there's some lost hikers here, some backpackers and stuff. In Janus, you'll see Janus Tower security and employees there. So it's really cool detail.
Okay, so we're back in Tessie. Steve, what are some of the upgrades? What are some of the other upgrades that you can make?
The Abomination skin upgrade is one of my favorites. So you're increasing the durability of the vehicle there, which really helps. It actually is chomping through zombies as you're driving through them. The beam attack is super powerful. It just blasts through, cuts through your enemies.
Scump's got the ray gun.
It's great. There's also the DG2 turret, which we just saw. Super helpful. You get a player on top of there, help clear the hordes ahead of you. It's electric attack and chain to other enemies. It's really powerful, really awesome.
Kevin, this doesn't look like the cabin anymore.
No, so we're back. We're over at Van Dorn Farm. So right off the bat, you can get to go left or right, and this is the other path. And somebody got lucky and got a ray gun at round 6, which is awesome.
And it's Scump, so that can only go one way.
He's a lucky boy.
So this is, lovingly referred to on our team as the murder barn. Talk to us a little bit about what's going on here.
So the Van Dorn family, they got to the Dark Ether here. They're just a murder family. They're crazy. They took out everybody. You see the bodies hanging here. Some of them are still wriggling around and moving. These zombies can break out. They can break their heads.
I want to see the camos.
Jump down and chase after you. So it's just.
Can we overclock in zombies?
I love it.
So someone just got to Ashwood, and they're upgrading the Tessie with the Pack-a-Punch here. So they've already got the power up, and Ashwood is kind of our central location. It's this 1800s kind of western town that was just dropped in this place, and it's.
You're excited? I am too. I'm ready to play.
If you look up, there's this massive bridge with a generator. It's just a really cool space. A lot of verticality. Combat roll actually is really useful in this place. Just be able, be able to jump off that bridge and just roll right over to Tessie at the garage.
My screen went green.
Yeah, flopper.
Reset it.
Combat roll. So
it's great. You got to think about wall jumping as well as rolling now. There's a lot of flopping.
Just reset. Everything's good on my side.
For some purple explosions.
Reset it.
Far on Ashes of the Dam. This is such a big map. I want to throw it back to Treyarch so we can learn a little bit more.
I'm joined by Anthony, Senior Lead Designer on Zombies here at Treyarch. So welcome, how you doing?
Pretty good, how you doing?
I'm very ready, I'm very excited. We've got to talk about the all-new, massive round-based zombie map, Ashes of the Damned. Tell me everything.
Yeah, Ashes of the Damned is one of our biggest maps ever. It's around the studio, we like to call it a kind of Bermuda Triangle of these varied locations that have been host to terrible events that have caused them to be pulled into the Dark Ether.
Bad things happening all over the place, and now
Still
they're all
green.
in one central location for us to
Let
play
me look
with.
it up.
That
Hold on.
sounds perfect.
It shouldn't be
So there are
green.
many locations that we're sort of dealing with and we can talk about on this map, but where do we start?
So you'll start outside of Janus Towers, but you're definitely not in West Virginia anymore. This is a dark, ruined version of what we saw at the end of Black Ops 6. The upheaval and destruction around you really drives. A murderous family complete with an underground kill bunker and a barn lined with their unfortunate.
See, that's what doesn't make any sense. It's on my. There's no green on my PC at all.
Let's head to the cabin. What have we got there?
Yeah,
Hold
Blackwater
on.
Lake Cabin is where a famed horror director drowned his lead actress, believing her death would birth the ultimate terror. But as it so happened, the lake had other ideas.
This is ridiculous, dude.
You'll end up in the fractured
Yeah,
southern Georgia
yeah, I don't
town of
know.
Ashwood. And this is the central location of the map. Ashwood was the site of a massacre, and cracking the veil, pulling the town into the dark ether.
Oh, this is cool. Every location
It's got
has
to
such
be
a unique sort
YouTube
of story
app.
piece to it.
Yeah.
And there's so much storytelling going on. What does this mean, though, that we are trapped in the dark ether?
This is super exciting because anything goes in the dark ether.
I have changed my screen to the talking screen and it still didn't do anything, so it's
We're coming out
YouTube.
strong with Ashes of the Dam. We've got Wonder
Let me
Vehicle,
look at
we've got
their
a moody
other
vibe,
one.
and we know that this map will deliver that atmospheric experience that Zombies fans have been asking for.
Yep, it's doing it to
Sounds
Call of
absolutely
Duty.
Brilliant. It
Also,
looks brilliant. I cannot wait to get my hands on it. Thank you so much, mate. We've got more Zombies gameplay coming up.
We sure do, Miles. Guys, a new Zombies map means that we've got to see some new monsters. We got a little taste, but I mean, what else are we looking out for in the dark ether?
Yeah. So but just going back to those Ravagers, you saw them like tearing
Hold on,
Tessie
y'all.
apart. They're just little jerks. Any loot that drops, they'll immediately gravitate toward and try to eat. So you want to, little loot pigs, you want to stop them. And, they hang out in the fog normally, but in the special rounds, the fog rolls in. And that gets really intense when these guys are all coming in at farm or any of these locations.
Speaking of intense, we have the Zersa here. This thing is massive. It's terrifying. It's wet and slimy. It has beehives on it that actually can detach, fly at you, and attack you with zombies, right?
Yes.
These also reveal weak points on it. You can shoot those and go for the critical damage there. But I mean, this thing is tough.
I'm deactivating and about to reactivate my capture card.
Formidable.
This guy's a terror. He just harkens back to some of our earlier games where you just keep trying to run away from him, and he's unrelenting.
Yeah, unrelenting is a good way to put it. But also, we got to have a moment for the zombies because, we love a pun on the show.
This is ridiculous,
we just had
dude.
to do it. Because if you go inside the building, he might not be able to get in there, but the zombies will definitely be able to get in there.
Yeah. Now, something else I've been dying to talk about, and we saw
there's nothing
a
I can
little
do.
bit about this during our zombies reveal, is the debut of a new version of some familiar faces. I am, of course, talking about the original crew with a new look.